Alright, peace and greetings YouTubers. So welcome to the third installment of the shout out series. Now like I said before, there were so many submissions for this specific episode that I had to actually split the submissions in half just because there were so many. And I didn't want the episode to come off as something where I'm just rushing to get through a long list of people and the video is still an hour long. So I said, we're going to just split it in half. So if you gave a submission back when I made the announcement back in October or even before, if you're not featured in this episode, no worries. You'll be in episode 4. I just want to give this episode some time to make its run, and then boom, here will come episode 4. And again, when it comes to making this kind of series, I just like to do it mainly because in the same ways that I would hope people would support me in my 50,000 endeavors, I just want to give that same energy back to somebody else. Because again, many of us are on similar journeys where we're really just trying to make something happen. You know what I mean? Trying to be great, trying to do things. And again, any extra help, any kind of shout out, highlight, it can always open a door. You never know who's watching. And so boom, that's why we do this. So let's jump into the first shout out. I want to start by shouting out Tara, who's coming out of Kansas City, Missouri. And so in February of 2020, she launched her own beauty product line entitled Nature's Glow. And so I'm going to have the link to the website in the description, but she sells a lot of different products. So of course, there's body wash, there's body oils, there's serums, there's lip balms, there's toners, there's face masks. And so there's a bunch of different products that she sells on her website. And the cool thing about the website is that there's a portion specifically for the members. And so if you join and become a member, you have access to pretty much what is like a forum. And on that forum, you and other members can talk about the products and what works and how do you use it and give different tips and everything like that. And so pretty much it's a great space for conversations about best practices. So again, shout out to Tara, and this product again is called Nature's Glow. The website will be in the description. Now, this next artist actually has been featured in this shout out series before. She had a project entitled Bloom that came out, but she's back again with a new song entitled The One that dropped back in October. And we're shouting out the artist Indigo Asaa. Now, she's from the DMV. Shout out to PG County. One of the cool things about her music is that she does a little bit of everything. And she pretty much states that some of the influences that she has, people like a Jill Scott or Erykah Badu or a lot of the neo-soul artists play a role into the sound that she has. And so I would say, in my opinion, the sound that she has is kind of like neo-soul meets alternative R&B meets hip-hop. She kind of does a little bit of everything, has a beautiful tone, everything like that. And so definitely check out her music, check out the SoundCloud, and you can even go back and check out the Bloom project, because even on that project, even the intro had some knock. I was like, you know, sometimes people give an intro, it's like a little something real quick just to get to the actual album, but she said, oh no, we're gonna kick the door in from the first track, so let's get it. So shout out to Indigo Asaa, and again, the new song is called The One. It will also be in the description on the bottom of this video. This next shout out goes to Charles. If you follow my YouTube channel, you may recognize his username, Real Revolution. Charles is somebody that really has a passion for music, and so he writes and produces, and he works with a bunch of different artists. He's done songs for other artists in the past, and really he just wants to connect with a lot of people. He has a BandLab account. In the description, I'll have the link to his BandLab. You can hear some of the work that he's done. There's like 50 songs in there. And the other thing is that it's different genres as well. It's not just gonna be R&B or just hip hop. There's kind of like an experimental bit in there. There's something that's a little bit more kind of rockish / country. There's a bit of everything. And so if you're an artist and you're looking for a producer to collab with, somebody that maybe can help you find your sound, if you just really love to sing or rap, but maybe you don't really know where you stand artistically and you're still trying to find it, he may be the perfect person for you to link up with and collab with. Because like I've said before, sometimes the best music ends up coming out of situations where you have 2 people or 3 people or 4 people who are working together and all of them are hungry for it. They all got the same passion, they got the same energy, they're just trying to do something that's different and trying to shake the table artistically. So definitely check out Charles's BandLab account. Like I said before, I will have the link in the description. So shout out to you, Charles. This next shout out goes to Michael, who's based out of Philly. And Michael is somebody that does a little bit of everything. So if you need a videographer for a music video or for another project, he's your person to go to. He's also a photographer. He's also a screenwriter, also a producer, also a writer. He's even released a short documentary entitled Birth of a Potato. This is a short documentary about actually his sister who transitioned from being a professional athlete to an entrepreneur. And so he's done a little bit of everything. He has a Patreon. He also has a website with clothing apparel. So I will have all of the links to everything that he has to offer in the description. Again, he goes by Michael The. I'll also put his Instagram handle in there as well. But again, for those of you who are coming out with projects, you need somebody to shoot your music video, or maybe you need somebody to do your album cover or any kind of graphic design work like that, he's your person to go to. This next shout out goes to Davis Speech and Language Services. Now, I want to actually read the stuff off the website verbatim because I know I'm going to mess all of this up. So let me just go ahead and read it really quick. Davis Speech and Language Services provides preventative, evaluative, diagnostic, and therapeutic services in a setting that benefits the child. Speech therapy is provided in the home, preschool, daycare, private school, or other everyday settings. DSLS, that's just the abbreviated name of the company, is now providing teletherapy. Treatment of the following disorders within the areas of speaking, listening, and socializing skills are articulation, expressive language, receptive language, fluency, voice, and pragmatics. And so pretty much what she does in this organization or in this company is provide services to people who need speech therapy. And like I've said, just as the rest of the shout outs, I'll have the information in the description for you guys to go and check out the website. And shout out to the actual owner of the company, Chanel. It's actually one of my friends based out here in the DMV, and she's really been putting in a lot of work with this specific company. And like she said in the website, they're also doing teletherapy. So for those of you who are not in the DMV, you can still also receive these services. So definitely check them out as well. This next shout out goes to Maurice Candle Company. I want to read the description that they sent me so I get everything correct. And it states, we create small batch, hand-poured candles, reed diffusers, wax melts, and room sprays. You can check us out at mariemaurice.com or Marie Maurice Candles on Instagram. Also on the website, when it comes to the description of the candles, what I wanted to share, our candles are made from a proprietary blend of coconut and soy wax and phthalate-free fragrance and essential oils, which allow our candles to burn cleaner and longer. Browse our collection and find your new favorite scent. So definitely check them out. Like I said before, the link will be in the description. This is again Maurice Candle Company. This next shout out goes to Desiree, who actually has a podcast entitled Symptoms of Suburbia. And when she sent me the description, what it states is, it's a show about cultivating self-compassion, unearthing our authentic selves, and developing the fortitude we need to pursue our goals relentlessly. And what I will say, because as I was listening to some of the episodes, she has a very entertaining delivery style. It's very personable, and she brings the humor, she brings the jokes, but she still brings the actual conversation and whatever information that she wants to share that specific day. I actually have a snippet that I want to share with you guys that she also shared with me, so let's check it out.
Look at people like they're containers. People only have so much room. They only have so much capacity to receive you. And I think a lot of times we try to give so much of ourselves and pour so much of ourselves into other people, and they just don't have the capacity to contain us. For example, if I have a water bottle that can only hold 16 ounces, if I take a gallon and pour some water into that 16-ounce container, it cannot hold all them damn ounces. It's going to cause overflow. It just can't fit in there. The bottle only has the room and the space for 16 ounces. So if you keep pouring water into the bottle, it's going to overflow. And I think that is what we do to a lot of people. Like they only have the capacity for so much, but we keep pouring ourselves into them. We keep giving them more. We keep asking them for more support. We keep asking them for more encouragement. We keep asking them for more love, and they just don't have the capacity to give it to us.
Again, that podcast is entitled Symptoms of Suburbia. This next shout out goes to Sheena Baltimore, who has a business entitled Butter Life Body Care. And as I give the description, it states, Butter Life Body Care is a black-owned, chemical-free skin and hair care company. I hand-make natural shampoo, body butters, hair/beard oil, as well as face serums. My products are not gender-based at all. They are for everyone with skin and or hair. Also, and there's also a website that I'm going to send a link to as well. And like we said, when it comes to a lot of these products, I think sometimes there's a stipulation where you assume that everything is only for women. But I'd say we can't kid ourselves, gentlemen. A lot of us are in this era where we're growing out our hair. You got... Mine is never going to come in, but folks got the thick beards that are coming in. You got to do the maintenance. So support these businesses that offer those services and offer the products. You know what I mean? So check out the website, and there's a bunch of different things on the website as well. So check out what it is they have to offer. And again, this is not only for women, gentlemen. We can take care of ourselves as well, too. Okay? I've had a lot of female friends complain about their boyfriends that use all their hair products and everything else. So again, that is Butter Life Body Care. This next shout out goes to Jasmine. And what's interesting about Jasmine is that Jasmine is actually one of my original subscribers who's been rocking with me for like the last decade. She was there in the beginning when I was still in my mama's house doing videos. And so now she's actually starting her own channel. This channel is entitled Jazzy Poet 9307. Now, some background. This is a channel all about mental health. She actually went to school for this. She has her master's and everything. I've been able to watch her journey as she goes and pursues everything within her career field. But when you take a chance and look at some of the content that's on there, she's talking about a lot of things. The conversations around mental health, the conversations around therapy, conversations around suicide or suicidal thoughts, depression, and even this experience we've all had in regards to what's been happening in politics, and pretty much addressing different ways to manage, finding different signs to recognize when something isn't right, when something is wrong, when you need to seek help, why it's okay to go and get help. And also she debunks a lot of different myths that take place in regards to conversations around therapy and other issues that people may have. So definitely check out that channel. Again, it's Jazzy Poet 9307. This next shout out goes to Thomas and Shaniqua. They started an apparel line entitled Kuru. You can check out their website, KHRUwear.com. They have a lot of stuff to choose from. It's not like you go to the website and it's about 3 shirts on there and that's all they got. No, there's a lot of stuff on the website. They got kids apparel. They have stuff for the adults, stuff for men, stuff for women. You can join their mailing list. They're going to be doing, a relaunch in January of 2021. And so go ahead and get on that mailing list with everything that they have. And one of the purposes of what it is that they're trying to do is pretty much highlight a lot of what they would call the movers and shakers that have somewhat been forgotten when it comes to relevance in pop culture. And this is pretty much black public figures, black entertainers, and everything like that. So when you get a chance to check out some of the content they have, you'll see a lot of graphic t-shirts and stuff like that, with somebody like a Dorothy Dandridge on there. They have hoodies, they have sweatshirts, it's sportswear, it's a lot of different things to choose from, have a bunch of different sizes. So definitely check them out. Check the website out. Like I said, shout out to Thomas, shout out to Shaniqua, and they're also looking for graphic artists who also are interested in pretty much helping to style clothes, and it is paid as well. So again, check out the website. They have the information as well for people who may be interested in joining their team. Okay, that's Kuru Ware. This next shout out goes to Terrius and Davis, who both are actually artists but have collaborated and started another YouTube channel and created a show entitled Rhythm and Views. And so there's a bunch of stuff that they talk about in relation to music. They're doing reviews, they're doing artist spotlights on different artists, and not just artists that are current, but even artists of the past, going back and revisiting catalogs. There's live performances. Like I've said, both of them are actually artists, so I'll also have their separate solo YouTube pages under the description with the Rhythm and Views as well. And so they just launched the show and they're just looking for some additional support. And of course, you guys know I love a good conversation around music. I'm subscribed, and so this is a great channel to check out. Support them as they continue to climb and continue to grow. And so like we said, this is Terrius and Davis, and the show again is called Rhythm and Views. This next shout out goes to Toya, who's based in the Atlanta metropolitan area, and she has a business entitled Beauty by Adora. I want to read the description just to make sure I get everything correct here. Hi, my name is Adora, and I'm your go-to licensed esthetician in Atlanta for everything beauty. I specialize in body waxing, brow lamination, makeup, and facials. I believe in doing everything with integrity and putting the client's health and needs first. Come visit me for the ultimate beauty experience. Mask required for all clients. Safety first. This is a home-based business. Gate code and apartment number will be texted once appointment has been approved. Hope to see you soon. All right, and so if you check out the website, has all the information about all the services that are provided. Again, that is Beauty by Adora. All right, this next shout out goes to Keiko. I hope I'm saying that correctly, so please forgive me if I'm messing that name up. But it goes to Keiko, who is a student based in Toronto, Canada, but is also a filmmaker and photographer and offers in-person photo shoots. I'm going to post the link to the website. You can also see some of her work. But in addition, in this current COVID era that we live in, she also does FaceTime shoots. Now, at first, when I read that, I was like, FaceTime shoots? Now, how that's going to work? I just was under the assumption it was going to be pixelated. But on the website, you can actually check out some of the work with the FaceTime shoots. Like, it's still the same kind of quality where it's like, okay, all right, I see. People get creative. There are ways that people are going to make a way out of no way when things are going crazy. So kudos to you for finding a way to still do everything it is that you would like to do. I did want to read one quote that I pulled from her website. Let's see if I can pull it up. And it says, I've always enjoyed taking photos, but it wasn't until September of last year that I really decided to improve upon my skills and create my photography Instagram page. Now, several months later, I'm able to consistently update my page with shoots, with transitioning to doing FaceTime shoots for the time being. My favorite part about photography is being able to capture other people's beauty through the lens and showcase it for the world to see. So, shout out to Kaku. Stay on your hustle. We support you. This next shout out goes to Sherelle, who has the website mindbodyfaith.org. Now, in this current era that we're living in, where there's lots of chaos and there's things that are constantly taking place, and we're in the pandemic and there's periods of uncertainty and a lot of people are dealing with a lot of different things, the website offers a bunch of different things. There are prayer guides, there's meditation candles, but I want to read one piece that's also on the website because it's pretty much the website promotes the idea of mind, body, and faith lifestyle. And so it states, are you living a hectic, stressful life, and is the renewed focus on racial stress and trauma in the news making you anxious and depressed? Restore a sense of peace and calm to your life. With the Mind, Body, Faith lifestyle, we offer 3 authentic pathways to health and healing the whole self through faith and holistic wellness practices. So, for those of you who just need a little extra boost, some kind of encouragement, some kind of motivation, something that may be different from what you've already tried, this is something to definitely check out. So shout out again to Sherelle. This next shout out goes to Spoon and Theory Handmade. And when I tell you, I just appreciate the person that reached out. When they reached out and sent me the details and everything, they just really gave this very well detailed story about their full experience in regards to creating this company and everything that's happened in their life leading up to this. And I mean, you never know the experiences that some people go through, and so just to see the success and what they've been able to do with this website is incredible. I'll just say that. All right, it says, Spoon and Theory Handmade is a creative healing arts company that provides quality jewelry, face mask, and aromatherapy goods, from laser cut, hand painted, mixed media to upcycled leather jewelry, essential oil diffuser earrings, and body care goods. If you check out the website, they have so much stuff on the website. I mean, there were so many different things to choose from. Even for those of you who are even big Prince fans, because the owner is based out of Minneapolis, like I said. You remember when Prince changed his name to the unpronounceable symbol? They even have earrings in that shape. They have face masks for those who are, of course, living in this era of COVID and everything. And even with the face masks, they have the nose bridges, so you don't have to worry about having to constantly keep pinching the bridge of the mask to keep it to stay in place and everything like that. Again, earrings, pretty much a bunch of different things to choose from and check out, so definitely check out their website. Like I said, the owner has an amazing story to tell. This next shout out goes to Meyer, who is an author and has released a book entitled Stacy. Now, this is a book that recently came out, and it's about an overweight teenager and her battles when it comes to dieting and just pretty much matriculating in a society where people are judgmental. And so you can definitely check out her book. It's available on Amazon. And so again, we always love to support the authors because, again, writing a book, it's a lot of work. It's a very daunting task. It's a lot of going back and revising and revising and revising and revising some more and going back. And so definitely support. Again, I think the book is like 290 plus pages, so she definitely put the work in. Support her if you can. Again, that's the shout out to Myra, and the book is entitled Stacy. This next shout out goes to Ray, who has the men's apparel line entitled Vicente Heritage. Now, I've been following Ray's clothing line for a few years now, and like I said, he's really been putting in the work all of these years. He has 20 plus years of experience when it comes to designing men's apparel, and so that's why he started his own line. And when you check out the clothing that is featured, the styling is pretty much centered around the idea of collaborative cultures when it comes to the cultures that are coming out of West Africa when it comes to clothing and styling, because of course this is also a part of his heritage as well. And so there's a bunch of different things to choose from within the website. Of course, there's hoodies, there's t-shirts, there's accessories, there's bags, there's all kind of things like that. In addition, there's a women's line as well entitled Diva Ray. You can check that out as well. I'll try to have all of the links in the description. Again, this is Vicente Heritage, so shout out to Ray. And again, like I said, I've been following his stuff for a few years. I've seen, the clips and stuff from the fashion shows, and there's constantly updates to what is available. So they're constantly working and evolving with the different styles and what's available. So again, that is Vicente Heritage. This last shout out goes to Crystal, who actually has a podcast entitled The Chrissy Show. The podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Music, Buzzsprout, and it's a podcast that talks about many different elements in life, whether it's everything from mental health, therapy, just the experience of being a young adult, and even conversations around being somebody who is of a mixed heritage. Now, in her experience, because she and I actually went to high school together, I didn't realize it was her who hit me up until I read the full email. I was like, wait, this is Crystal. Oh, okay. And so, yeah, I've known her since probably I was maybe 15. And so, but in her experience, she's black and Samoan. And so in that realm, there's definitely conversations to be had about those different experiences. And so in the podcast, there's an episode entitled Words with Friends, where she has a panel of people who are all sharing their different experiences. There's another woman in the episode who is Hawaiian and Samoan and talks about even there, or even in that moment, there are some cultural clashes that exist, even though there's that element of solidarity that everybody has with each other. But just talking about the different experiences and finding yourself and figuring out which lane you fit in and what space you fit in. And so again, this is the Chrissy Show podcast. By the way, true story, me and her used to beef in high school because she used to always go and pick up teriyaki for takeout and bring it to school during lunch. Meanwhile, the rest of us are eating the little stale pizza they got that, you know, the school provides. And here she comes all the time, teriyaki. So she's about, when did I graduate? Oh, I graduated years ago. She's a good 13 or 14 years behind on the teriyaki she owes me. So she needs to come through, or I will come back and edit this video and take her out of it in 2 months. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, definitely check out her podcast, The Chrissy Show. Like I said, it's available on Spotify. It's available on Apple Music, Buzzsprout. I'll have the phonetic spelling and everything in the description because it's spelled a little differently from how some people may think it's spelled. And that's all for this episode. Like I said, there's still like almost 30 more people that were in my list to shout out, but I don't want this video to get too long, and because what'll happen is people will just turn it off and stop watching, and some of the people in the latter half won't get the same exposure. So we will put out the following episode as soon as I get a chance to go through it all and push it on out there. But again, support all of these people. They're all working towards something. Like we said, anybody who's really just out there on their grind, and you know, it always helps when you just have some additional support. And even if it's not your cup of tea, if you know somebody else that you think can benefit from whatever the product is, or the service, or the music, or the channel, you know, give everybody a chance. At least hear them out. You can at least just click the link. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But at least, you know what I mean? Give the people their lane. They put in the work. You know what I mean? Let them see and reap the benefits. Also, don't forget, you can also check out the previous shout out episodes as well, because a lot of those people are still putting in the work. There's a bunch of different services as well, college readiness, music, of course, mental health, tutoring, all kind of different things that are associated with the other 2 episodes as well. So continue to support each and every person if you can. All right, I'm out. See you later. Open up your eyes to see the sun. With just a sip of time, I'm never giving up.